The overall feeling is that Gadkari's time is coming and that he is probably going to have to resign by Saturday. No official word on that yet though, but the BJP chief has locked himself up in his house. He's not having any official meetings over the next couple of days, and the re-evaluation of the BJP's support to Nitin Gadkari is going on unofficially, though they're not saying anything officially, but it's becoming embarrassing for all those at the BJP headquarters at Ashoka Road in Delhi. Mohammad Salim, leader of the CPIM, good evening. Rahul Narvekar, representing a BJP ally, the Shiv Sena, good evening. Joining us from Goa. Yatin Oza from Chennai tonight, representing the BJP point of view. Representing the BJP view is Editor-in-Chief of the Pioneer, Member of Parliament, Senior BJP leader Chandan Mitra, Kamal Farooqi of the Samajwadi Party, and also tonight General Secretary of the Congress, B.K. Hari Prasad. Questions of political morality will come. But first, Chandan Mitra, what's going on here? Are you supporting Gadkari for form? Because the new revelation is that his company, a company borrows money from Gadkari, then gives him an unsecured loan. The balance sheet shows something else. So there's now a charge of financial round tripping. These allegations, the point I'm making, Dr. Mitra, is the allegations are getting now more and more intricate, the more and more detailed. Don't you think the answers also need to be detailed now?
I agree with you, Arnab, that allegations that are flying thick and fast, your channel and other channels too, as well as newspapers, have been carrying detailed reports. But then, you see, the government has lost no time to order a probe. On the other hand, they have stonewalled probe into the shenanigans and financial misappropriations of every Congress leader, minister, sons-in-law, and all such people who are involved with the Congress party and the first family. But Mr. Gadkari himself has volunteered for a probe, and therefore, whatever has to be revealed now, let these be revealed before the investigators, and let the investigators conduct
what the balance sheet of a company called Regency Equifin reveal is that Nitin Gadkari was lending money to a company that invested in his firm. This can raise charges of financial round tripping as well as that of having shell companies. I'm sure you agree, Mr. Chandan Mitra, that your leader of your party can't be a person who faces these charges anymore. Can you have a...
Well,
can you afford to do that?
Let's get the investigators come to conclusions. Now, investigations are on.
You're buying time.
The department has started conducting inquiries.
You're buying time.
So, no, not a question of buying time. I cannot immediately say, yes, you brought out this and therefore Mr. Gadkari has to go and he must...
Then where is Mr. Gadkari? Why is he closed? Why is he not speaking to the media? Why has he closed his doors today?
Mr. Gadkari will speak, and Mr. Gadkari and his associates, I'm sure, they will give all their version to the investigative agencies. They are under no compulsion.
These investigating agencies are agencies you have no faith in. You have no faith in investigating agencies in other cases.
We don't. We don't. We know what the Congress will do with these investigative agencies. But still, Mr. Gadkari himself came out and said that I am willing for a probe of any kind.
This is amazing.
So, since he has said so, let the agencies come and probe him.
Mr. Chandan Mitra, let's understand the context here. It is now going from the bizarre to the ridiculous, I also want to add one thing that what we are also seeing is that this company, Regency Equifin, has two directors. One of the directors, his address is Nitin Gadkari's address. This is information that is with the Ministry of Company Affairs.
Look. I am not going to comment on the details of this. I am not a chartered accountant. I don't want to say anything. But I can only remind you of what one of your panelists was saying yesterday on the same program, where he said, you take a list, do a random picking of any 1,000 top companies of this country, and you would find that various such...
I don't think two wrongs make a right. I don't think two wrongs make a right, and that is what you have held in other cases as well.
We don't yet
and if everybody...
This is wrong.
Are you trying to shield yourself? Are you trying to shield yourself by saying tonight, Chandan Mitra, that Nitin Gadkari is one among several people who may have done this?
why are you taking on the role of the investigator? There are competent, professional investigators.
Like who?
The income tax department is there. The Department of Company Affairs is there.
How come you have so much faith for the government agencies now?
Domain for years. The government, I'm saying we are willing to submit even to them. Even to them. Let them inquire. All this information.
Kamal Farooqui.
Domain.
Kamal Farooqui.
Curiously.
Kamal Farooqui, question tonight is of propriety. Question is of propriety. Question is of adopting a high moral ground. You can afford to sit back, Chandan Mitra, but let's hear you can afford to sit back. These allegations will become more and more detailed. The information, the web will become more and more detailed. The point will come when either Nitin Gadkari decides that he comes forth and answers in a detailed manner or stops his grandstanding. Kamal Farooqui, your response to the BJP position tonight on Nitin Gadkari.
No, Arnab, I'm really amazed because you initially started the discussion on the morality of the politicians, and then we have come into several things which are open in the public. Now, as far as the company law is concerned, all these details which you are giving, they are easily available with any DIN. When a director gets into a company, immediately it has to be issued a DIN. So all these DIN information are available. I really fail to understand why Chandan Mitra is not in a position to explain all these things, or any other person is not in a position to explain all these things, because this is a question of the corporate governance. And recently we have seen it. Unfortunately in our country, corporate governance, whether it is in case of the Kingfisher or either in case of the other politician or the corporate sector, we have seen it, corporate governance is missing over there. And all these things which are coming up now, I wish that all these things become very open, and all the politicians and all the people who are dealing with the corporates, they are careful about all these things. You are giving the addresses, same addresses of your own house for various directors and shareholders.
Explain
what you
exactly.
Are saying is absolutely correct. In fact, this is nothing. This is nothing but it's if I am allowed to say that perhaps it involves the money transactions in a big way as to how this whole money is being circulated. There is a window dressing. There is a transfer of money like this.
Where is the money coming from?
Not the question.
The fundamental question is tonight, whose money is it? Isn't it, Yatin Oza? You have been defending Gadkari, but wouldn't you also ask the basic question? I have with me papers. Now I'm going to show the DIN numbers that he refers to out there. This information is available. Let the camera pull in on these papers. I have, for example, Manohar Madhavrao Panse. These are you explain DIN number. This is what is called a DIN number, director's number, and he is director in 11 companies. 9 of these companies have invested in Purti Corporation. In some cases, he is made a director within 1 week of Nitin Gadkari leaving as the director of that company. Whose money is it? Is it not a valid question, Yatin Oza? Whose money is funding Nitin Gadkari's business? Whose money is it?
No, I don't agree whose money. They are money earned by Nitin Gadkari. Maybe Nitin Gadkari is wearing 2 hats. One political hat.
No, whose money is it?
Business hat.
Why are you saying
now something which is improper or on the touchstone of propriety which doesn't stand to reason need not necessarily lead us to a conclusion that these monies have come by way of an illegal means.
No, please. No, that's a very highly defensive argument.
It's
a highly defensive argument you're putting up tonight.
His own money, just listen to me for a minute. His own money, as I said, it cannot stand, assuming without admitting on the touchstone of reasonableness or propriety.
1 minute, sir. I'll take another case tonight.
Attribute something.
No, Mr. Oza, tell me.
1 minute.
1 minute, Mr. Oza, 1 minute. Here's a person called Kaudu Zade. Okay? Now, I have the full list. These are all the companies in which Kaudu Zade has been director. Many of these companies are companies which have invested in Purti Corporation. He is also a director in Regency Equifin, through which this money comes and money goes. His address is Nitin Gadkari's home in Kanagpur.
Look, I agree with you that 2 wrongs can't make 1 right.
No, who's going to explain this? Whose money is it? Who is funding this money?
No, this may be Mr. Gadkari's money.
No, but somebody is
To
investing in Mr.
attribute
Gadkari's
something,
company.
to attribute some-
Mr.
and-
Gadkari's company,
and well
somebody is
earned-
investing till August 27, 2011.
Well, I mean, as I said,
Gadkari
as
was
I said
director, chairman of Purti till August 27, 2011.
I agree, as I said, that these dealings may not look proper.
No,
it may not stand the test of
no,
but
it
to
did.
attribute
One second.
something.
You can't wish it away.
To attribute
Chandan Mitra.
dishonesty or corruption against Mr. Gadkari.
No, I am not
would be too
alleging. I am
premature.
saying tonight simply that let Mr. Gadkari
You are
tell
not
us.
alleging, but you are driving at.
No, I am simply asking where's the money. If the money is, the companies are no directors, the company addresses
I mean, these things
are dubious.
As I again said, please pardon me and don't misunderstand.